What a dandy. What is up, everybody? How are we doing this morning? Happy Saturday. It doesn't get more beautiful than this. I mean, I'm on Lake Ontario, and it looks like a big farm pond. It is glassy. It is smooth. It is beautiful. It is sunny. It's the middle of September. I made it through Friday the 13th yesterday, and nothing happened. So I'm all set. I came back up to Lake Ontario again this morning, chasing those big smallmouth bass. Yesterday, I got a big fat skunkaroonie. This morning, I had six, maybe seven, six smallies. Nothing monstrous. My biggest was 3.5 pounds. All my fish came out, and the only thing I could get a bite on today was a jerkbait. And it was only two. It was only two colors. I'll show you quick. Guess I wasn't gonna, but I will. Megabass 110 +1. I can't tell you the color this is. Scott Masucci picked this for me down to Lakeside Outfitters. That took 5 of the 6 fish. And this, so this is a Lucky Craft. This is an old Lucky Craft of mine. It's got a purple back. It's got a somewhat translucent body. It's more pearl white on the body than anything. This is the Deep Diver. I was fishing shallow today too, with this high bright sun and super flat calm water. I was in shallow. Yesterday I looked out as deep as 60 feet, and boy, that sun is warm, let me tell you. Yesterday I looked out as deep as 60 feet. I did find a few fish pegged to the bottom. I dropped the drop shots on their nose, and they didn't want anything to do with it. So whatever. Today I came shallow. Rule of thumb is typically if it is flat, glassy, calm, those smallmouth are going to go shallow because they're such good visual feeders that they're in there shallow because it's crystal clear and they can see everything. And so I went in looking for him super shallow. All morning long, I only saw one, and he was a big one. I only saw one smallmouth cruising in the real shallows, and I was 5 feet casting into 2, and then but most everything I did was 7 to 12 over the top of big boulder fields off of Main Lake Point, but everything was shallow, and water temp is still 70 degrees, so it's not like anything's cold or anything like that yet. They're just in there milling around feeding. The only problem I run into up here is if you try to fish anything slow and on the bottom, a jig, a Ned, anything like that, man, it's as soon as it gets down there, it start getting whacked by gobies, and I got to work on that a little more because my mind says, well, if the minute you put something on the bottom, it's getting attacked by gobies, then what are the chances a bass is going to see it? I can't answer that. In this super shallow water, I didn't fish a drop shot today to separate, give you some separation and keep that bait up here off the bottom. Gobies have a pretty small window with no air bladder or swim bladder. They can only go about a foot off the bottom. So if you can get stuff above them on a drop shot, you're okay. But like trying to drag a football head through the rocks or something like that, I can't get it to go 5 feet before it's attacked by a goby, and I got to bring it in and take them off. So it really interrupts a lot of casts. And as much as I've wanted to fish the Ned these last 2 days, every time I do, the minute it gets to the bottom, it's getting bit by gobies. So feel free to chime in if you have a secret sauce or secret method to catch these big Ontario and St. Lawrence smallies off the bottom without only using a drop shot. But so that's my day. I'm going to go home and spend the afternoon with my lovely wife. It's a beautiful day. We're going to go do something outside. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to come right back up here. It's, from my house, it's really a pretty short trip. And there's nobody around. I mean, there's tons of boats out, but they're all out salmon fishing. I didn't have anybody within a half a mile of me today. So, and I'm right down in the corner of Mexico Bay. I can see Selkirk Shores right there. Mexico Point's right behind me. Shoot, I didn't even come out half a mile from the ramp. So it's been fun. And today was power fishing, which I haven't done much of this year. And my shoulder feels pretty good. So, jerking that jerkbait all morning didn't seem to bother me. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be tomorrow, but I'm going to be somewhere tomorrow morning. So stay tuned. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for supporting me for all these years. And boy, we got a lot of great stuff still to come. Keep your tip up. I'll see you guys tomorrow.